Hello. Once again I come before you as a representative of the Illuminati. You may call me the Man. Well, this week's topic comes from one of our viewers. He wanted to know, what's the deal with Stonehenge? And, I can understand this, of course. Stonehenge, it's a very unusual place, I guess you could say. And I think that our fascination with it comes from the fact that we don't really know a whole lot about it. It predates history where it's at in England. We actually have histories from other parts of the world during that period of time, but nothing was written down from England during that period of time. So it's actually really, literally prehistoric. There is no story of it. Well, except for the one that we hold. Yes, we in the Illuminati, we actually have some records that were written at that time. Now, we don't share those, of course. We've held those for several hundred years, and we're not going to let them out now. However, suffice it to say, Stonehenge, a large collection of very large stones, put around in a circle kind of thing, was a religious site. It was a religious, astronomical site as well. And like most people at the time, they took a great deal of interest in the stars and how things traveled and that sort of stuff. And yeah, so Stonehenge was set to mark the times of the year, to substitute as a temple, actually. And what most people don't know is, of course, there were 3 phases of construction on that site. Some of them are over 6,000 years old, the rudimentary laying out of the ground. And then, of course, stones were brought in various places and arranged in something that looked a whole lot nicer than it does today, but still pretty impressive today if you go and look at it. Now, yeah, that's basically it. The religion, however, did not survive. The stones still stand as a testament to a religion that no longer exists. And so that's kind of a neat thing, we can see something that 6,000 years ago somebody put their mind to and built. Through great cost and pain of themselves, erected this monument. It's amazing. Human beings are just amazing creatures, I find. And so yeah, that's what's going on with Stonehenge. It was a religious site, and anytime I bring up one of these ancient sites, the pyramids, somebody's got to comment, well, there's no way human beings could have built those. They must have had some sort of supernatural help or some sort of extraterrestrial help and that kind of thing. No. Human beings have always been, since they have been human beings, intelligent, builders of things. That's what we do. We are human. Now, granted, of course, they had different priorities then. They were not, however, primitive people who couldn't rub 2 sticks together in order to get fire. We're talking about human beings, just like you are. If you're watching this and you're not an alien from California, you can see what I'm talking about if you click on our alien video right there. If you're a human being, these people were exactly like you are, except with different priorities. And so yeah, of course they could come up with the idea of modeling something like large circles of stone that are actually cut somewhere far away. The thing they just found underneath the Dead Sea, of course. The Sea of Galilee. Gigantic, long, cone-shaped thing. Human beings did that. It weighs more than some warships, they say. So yeah, it's amazing what human beings are capable of. Now, of course, they didn't have iPhones. There were no iPods, no Galaxy S4s back there in the old Middle Ages and before. No, that wasn't their priority. See, they were more interested in the natural world and communing with the gods that they believed existed in some way, and trying to get a handle on what it is to be human, what it's like to live a life. I would say the humanities were more important to them than the sciences or technology. So, but that doesn't mean that they weren't smart. They just developed those things a lot more than the others. That was their priority. And if you don't believe me, listen to some medieval music that was written then, sung by a choir, and just hear the nuances and the tones and such. Remarkable creatures, human beings. Of course, now we have Jersey Shore and Yeah, here comes Honey Boo Boo. I'm not really sure exactly if we have progressed, but we have indoor plumbing. So as far as I'm concerned, we're on the right track. Anyway, yeah, so that's this week's topic, Stonehenge, roughly 6,000 years old, the oldest parts of it, and then, you know, other things were built and stuff. And human beings, incredibly intelligent, relatively speaking, to anything else that's on the planet. So yeah, that's this week's topic. If you have a topic that you want questions answered about, just leave it in the comment section below. And remember, of course, it's a stressful world out there. Even if you're listening to medieval chant music or, God forbid, watching Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, yeah, things get a little dramatic from time to time. It always helps if you just, oh, I don't know, walk outside and look up in the sky, see those chemtrails blazing, and relax and breathe deeply.